Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Screamin'. Welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Wish intel. And today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, as well as Trials of Osiris this week. So I'm going to give you a brief rundown on those two things, as well as all the other farms, glitches, cheeses that you can take advantage of heading into the weekend if you haven't had a chance to play very much this week. There's a lot of stuff going on with the Dawning, remember, so take advantage of that while you can. Today, XUR can be found in the Tower Hangar, so it's a short jump from him over to Saint 14, and we'll check out what Saint 14 has for the Adept loot for Trials this weekend. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And of course, when we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series X. XUR has some interesting loot, I will say today. A couple of great things and a couple of not so great things. We have the Black Talon, if you didn't have it. Not one of the swords that I use often, but I know there's some pretty interesting void builds that you can do with it. We have a Liar's Handshake, a go-to exotic for me when I am playing on a hunter, though rare as that might be. But this is an absolute god roll for this particular gauntlet. 67 overall, 26 resilience, 23 discipline, can't go wrong. Great with all art classes, one of the go-tos along with Assassin's Cowl. We have the Armamentarium for the Titan class with the 64 roll. Not a terrible stat distribution, though a little bit low on the total stats. Gain an additional grenade charge. And then we have the Winter's Guile for the Warlocks with another 64 roll. This actually can be very dangerous when thrown into the right build, but this roll is a little bit low, though the distribution of stats is not terrible, so pick them up if you don't have it. Down to the legendary weapons, we have a Chroma Rush with Feeding Frenzy and Kill Clip. This might not be bad for PvP. I'm not sure where the 720s lie right now. Actually, slower RPM auto rifles seem to be doing a little bit better, but I'd be interested in giving this one a try. We have a Legal Action with Underdog and Rampage. We have a Callus Mini Tool. This is the very first time that this particular weapon has been sold from XUR. This is one of, if not the best, submachine gun for solar that you can have in your arsenal because it can roll with incandescent. And if you buy 5 of these, you will be able to activate the masterwork. So even though this roll is not that great, you will be able to craft one. So deep sight activation weapon available on the Callus Mini Tool. Very first time it's ever been sold. Very first time it's ever been in any of the vendors' inventories. I believe that includes Banshee 44. So definitely pick this up if you want an absolute god roll submachine gun with incandescent. We have the Vision with Surplus and Disruption Break. We have a Fracto Scythe with full auto trigger system and Adagio. We have an Eternity's Edge with Infinite Guard, Tireless Blade, and Assassin's Blade. And then we have a Canis Major with Killing Wind and Adagio. I think I said everything right this week for once. On to Legendary Armor. We have the Glitch armor set back again, or one of the glitched armor sets. Unfortunately, it's actually one of the, in my opinion, kind of cooler looking armor sets. Maybe it's not yours. It's not terrible. Maybe not great with this particular shader. But as you know, occasionally these armor sets do rotate and we get a set that isn't up to par as far as where the stats on them are supposed to be, and for some reason Bungie just has never updated them. This is a very old armor set. It usually happens when there are older armor sets, but just in case you didn't know, all the legendary armor is supposed to roll with at least a 58 roll. That's the absolute bottom, and most of the time you'll see them distributed through the low 60s, and occasionally, usually one every week, you'll get a very high stat roll on one of the legendary pieces of armor. But these are glitched, so unless you're looking for transmog, no great armor this week across the board. Over on the exotic weapons page, we have a Hawkmoon with Eye of the Storm and Heavy Grip, full bore. Ooh, not terrible Hawkmoon. Remember to pick up the exotic cipher if you don't have it. If you're somebody, I know that this is kind of late in the year. We are very far into Lightfall. Obviously, we're in the last season. But if you're somebody new to the game, maybe you just picked it up in Season of the Wish, always remember that if you play on one character and you're just not interested in getting into playing in the second characters or third characters just because maybe the first character took so long to level up, you can actually use XUR. It's the only place where you can actually buy a legendary, or excuse me, an exotic piece of armor for a different class, and then you can just transfer it over. It gives your average a big bump up to 1800. So that's something that I think is probably self-evident at this point, but you know, there's new players, so I always want to reiterate these things on occasion, and somebody did ask me that recently, so I wanted to just make mention of it. That's going to be it for XUR today. I'm going to head over to Saint 14, and I don't know the map as of yet, but it will be linked either in the top comment or in the description as soon as I know it. And this week we have the Incisor, probably saying that incorrectly, but the trace rifle, the Strand trace rifle. So there is a lot of really great builds that you can put together. I've been using this on my Warlock a lot, and that is also the Adept weapon this week. So a cool one to have. I'm sure Trials is going to be very full. If you're somebody who doesn't play Trials too often and you're just looking to get some free Trials loot, let me know in the comments down below. I'll make a video about how to get some free Trials loot without actually having to play the game, if you don't know already. You'll also possibly be able to get this trace rifle without actually having to really get too far into the weeds with Trials. This is a really great PvE weapon in my opinion. I really don't know how it plays in PvP, but you can also let me know in the comments if you've used it in PvP. This one comes with kill clip and dynamic sway reduction. This is for the, obviously, the non-adept role with a handling masterwork. And the adept one, see if it's any different. Obviously, we're not going to be able to tell. But there's at least 3 other options that it should be able to roll with as far as for that final couple of perks. Yeah, there should be something else here, possibly something else here. That's going to be it for Saint 14. I'll briefly run over to Banshee 44 really quick, show you what his current weapons are, at least until 7 hours after the daily reset timer. And remember, there has been some interesting glitches with Banshee 44 as far as his loot is concerned. Not only do you occasionally get a really good god roll, but you can also get particular weapons that for some reason when you delete them, they give you guaranteed enhancement cores. So if you're looking to get some really easy enhancement cores, it might be worth trying out a few, but I'll try to update you when I know those things happen so you don't have to go out and buy these every single day. The disparity isn't too bad. And the deep set activation weapon, we have a bump of the night. Remember, these will rotate again 7 hours after the daily reset timer. So 7 hours after XUR actually arrived, you will get a whole new bunch of featured weapons at Banshee 44. Looking into the directory really quick, we have Neptune as the place for our legendary Lost Sector, and today it is the Thrall Drone. Probably saying that incorrectly. Thralladrome. In any case, it's awarding exotic head armor, so if you're looking for any particular piece of exotic head armor or an exotic helmet, now's the time to get it. Remember, if you've been storing these up, I don't know exactly how difficult this Legendary Lost Sector is. The ones on Neptune, though, I'm not really a big fan of. But if you've been storing them up in your Postmaster, today you can just take them out. Maybe get yourself a Loyal Splendor or something else, like what I have on my Warlock. A few good things. I have to transfer this over to my Hunter class. Love the Fallen Sunstar for the Warlock. The Cenotaph mask. And that is going to be it for all the information today. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. The Dawning, remember, is also still going on for quite some time. I talked about in a previous video how you could get some free exotics without actually having to pay for them, as there's some ways to get free DLC at the moment. If you're interested in that, you can check out one of my previous videos or let me know in the comments if you'd like to see some more explanation on it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As I said before, if you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Season of the Wish, or a hashtag Lightfall, or a hashtag The Dawning, or a hashtag XUR in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. Remember the secret hashtags, they stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course do it again. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all have a great weekend, and of course we will see you next time. Little